Now then YouTube, I'm the TOFF man and welcome back to some more Thaumcraft and Botania Unite. Today guys we're going to delve a little bit more into Thermic Horizons, and I've gone ahead and managed to get ourselves a load of discoveries to be able to go through today. Now I've decided to go ahead and leave warp effects on. I made some more Flask of Sane Thoughts for my troubles because they really are beginning to be a pain in the backside, and there's little guys that keep coming out of nowhere. The fog, there we are. A thick fog appears from nowhere. Something stirs in its depths. And then, the fog comes along and then these really scary looking guys come out of nowhere and scare the living daylights out of me. So, that was a thing between episodes. But it's time to go through the new stuff that we've got through Thermic Horizons. Thaumium Boat. This is that thing here. While Thaumium's melting point is not much higher than iron's, its affinity for magic allows it to take on properties of nearby shards. Setting water shards in a Thaumium plate results in a near-perfect thermal insulation. You have used this phenomenon to create a boat capable of surviving immersion in lava indefinitely. It also cools and protects its occupant and is slightly faster than its Greatwood predecessor. That's pretty awesome. So now we've got a Thaumium boat that will allow us to take trips on lava, which is very useful if you wish to do that kind of thing. Personally, I don't wish to go into lava at any point soon, so the Thaumium boat is right there. Anyways, it's pretty cheap to craft, I suppose. When you look at it, it is pretty cheap to craft. Now, the next on the list here is arcane lenses. And that's up here, and it actually unlocks all these up here. And I don't know what these are. Again, I know nothing about this mod, and I'm going through it with you guys. Goggles revealing are an indispensable tool on their own. But what if your senses could be further augmented? By placing a special lens over one eye, you can benefit from both the goggle's mystic sight and the lens's unique ability. Lenses can be quickly swapped by holding the V key or removed by pressing V while holding Shift. The first such lens you have developed amplifies incoming light, granting you constant night vision. Ooh. Sadly, the primal fire used in its construction reacts poorly with fluids, so this amplification does not function underwater. You need a glass pane, a couple of golden carrots, and a couple of fire shards, and that will get the Illumine lens. 20 lux. 12 potentia and 20 census and negligible instability. That is pretty awesome. I like the look. I like the sound of that. I like the sound of these things, these arcane lenses. And of course, there's other lenses as well, which we'll get to in a second. But first, the stuff that I found. Ethereal shards, which are these things right here. Their ethereal essence left over from a destroyed aura node has long been a tantalizing mystery. It seems to retain the node's ability to store vis in an easily accessible form, but cannot charge itself without the dimensional breach at the node's heart and tend to evaporate if left unattended. You may have discovered workarounds for both of these issues. With the proper infusion, a balanced shard can serve as an artificial node core. Though it provides no vis of its own, centivis from an energized node can be easily redirected into the ethereal shard for convenient storage. Okay, so it's like a battery. Is that what it's saying? Is that what it means? It's like a centivis kind of battery? I like the sound of that. That sounds pretty... The shard has no vis capacity on its own. You must right-click with an ethereal essence in hand to add capacity. Once it is charged, vis can be drawn from the shard as though it were an aura node. So yeah, like a... Is it? Compound aspects can only be charged if the centivis provided contains all primal aspects present in that compound. When broken, the shards drop all essence that was bound to it. Interesting. I might have to have a play around with that in a creative world to understand a little bit more about that one. Next on the list of stuff to have a look at, the one focus of illumination, which is over here, and it's actually unlocked the liquefaction node stuff. A simple alchemical treatment allows solid glowstone to act as a channel for vis, functioning much like a conventional wand focus. When used, it shapes small amounts of air and ignites vis into stable orbs of light. Your field expeditions should no longer require dozens of torches. Oddly enough, coating this focus in coloured dye also changes the hue of orbs it generates. Ooh, interesting. So the wand focus basically acts like you can put torches down with this. It will put down little orbs of light. Nice. Okay. Next on the list, node monitor. What is this? The node monitor. Nodes are perhaps a thaumaturge's most valuable asset, and it's high time you treated them as such. With some slight modifications to a thermometer, you've created a device which hovers adjacent to an aura node and keeps track of its status. Should any of the node's aspects drop to a single point of vis, the node monitor emits a redstone signal until the aspect recovers. Hopefully this will give you enough warning to rescue the beleaguered node. I don't know if there's much use in that for me. Because at the moment, like I said, I've got the wand that charges itself from mana, but if I was to use the Thaumcraft's way of doing things, I would be able to, I don't go below 1 vis anyway, at least, and especially if I use, as long as I've got that particular research, even if I use one of those wand recharge pedestals, it will still leave them at 1, so I'm not sure on that one. I'm not sure if that's going to be much use to me at all. But anyway, alchemite. What is this? It's down here. Alchemite. Mundane explosives had their uses in mining and trap making, but their tendency to completely destroy objects limits their applicability. You think you have solved this problem by transforming an ordinary explosive's pressure wave into a ripple in the thaumic field, shattering objects into their component aspects. What? Blocks broken by alchemite will drop crystallized essentia instead of the usual items. Any creatures killed by the blast will suffer a similar fate, though they will still drop items. It would probably not be a good idea to subject an aura node to such forces. Ooh. If it says that, guys, I'm going to have to give it a try out, aren't I? Alchemite. So it's actually unlocked a couple of other bits and bobs as well. Some more lenses over here, which I will do in just a second. And this other wand focus. In fact, I do have scribing tools and paper on me. Oh, I've nearly run out of warp ward. It's a good idea to keep that stocked up. I can tell you that much for a fact. Right, let's go ahead and add these all to this list of stuff that I need to get. Somebody was telling me in the comments in the last episode as well, guys, as always, if you've got any comments or any suggestions or anything that you would like to see me do or create or craft or whatever, that's what the comment section is there for. But also to give me little tips as well. And somebody told me, you wait until he has to go and get more warp to go through Thaumic Horizons. And I was like, are you actually kidding me? I mean, seriously. Are you actually kidding me? I surely can't get more warp than what I've got at the moment. I don't know. I'll have to create some stuff. But I do want to have a look at some of this, through some of this stuff as well. So, I'm going to do a load of research off camera. And I'll be back when I've got these bits and bobs done. Okay, that's done now, guys. Actually, that took a long time. I'm on my next lot of warp ward here. It did take a long time, and the reason why, because I keep running out of order, which is a real pain, because it's actually used in quite a lot of stuff. But anyway, I've got the 3 from the Eldritch tab. Oh god, no, it's forbidden knowledge. We're going to get more warp. And I've also got the 4 from Horizons tab. So, let's do that one. Kirlian lens is the first one that we're going to have a look at. Let's pop down to here. The Kirlian lens. Your research shows that living creatures perturb the aura simply by existing, sending out ripples like a stone tossed into a pond. Similarly, the presence of an undead entity produces distortions. You have developed an arcane lens capable of detecting these phenomena, allowing you to see entities through walls. Living creatures are highlighted in blue, while undead creatures are marked by a twisted red vortex. Interesting. That is really nice. An egg, a bone, a couple of pieces of air shard, and a glass pane will get us that. Interesting. Interesting. So what's next? No, I don't want sanity check. Evanescent lens. Okay, this one right here. Light cannot penetrate most forms of matter, but magic is not so easily stopped. You have designed a lens capable of pulling light short distances through the thaumic field, allowing you to see through a 3x3 square of blocks. Unfortunately, the light waves suffer decoherence when passing through certain complex objects, and so such blocks will remain opaque. Interesting. Glass pane, a couple of earth shards, an eye of ender, and a glowstone dust will get the evanescent lens. Okay, no, I don't want the sanity check. The scholar's lens. The one that I was most interested in having a look in. When first designing your goggles or revealing, you considered the thermometer scanning abilities to be an acceptable loss. Now this trade-off is no longer necessary. When equipped, the Scholar's lens will automatically scan any block or entity under your crosshairs, assuming it is within range. That is legendary, and I will definitely be going ahead and grabbing one of those. Scribing tools, a book, order shard, entropy shard, and a glass pane. 12 cognitio, 12 precantation, 24 senses is a small price to pay for something to just have a look at, and then eventually, and then you'll just find it automatically. So the next wand focus of liquefaction. Oh, it gets another one, the disintegration wand focus. Oh, okay. Fusing your fire and excavation foci with the help of a diamond, and some Salis Mundis has a curious result. A wand focus whose fiery beam interacts weakly with creatures but quite strongly with inanimate matter. Blocks and loose items struck by this beam are rapidly smelted as though they had passed through a furnace. The fiery beam also melts ice, slowly transmutes unworked stone into lava, and burns away plant matter. This actually... I'll have to think about this. I could use this for something. 12 ignis, 8 metallum, and 4 permutatio. Nice. Plus we get the wand focus of disintegration, in which I will find very, very shortly. But I do want to go through this sanity check, which I've managed to find, which is part of the Eldritch tab. This unlocks a couple more bits and bobs now, which is awesome. This thing. And I need this to see just how bad things are with me at the moment. Things have become busy in your mind lately. It is probably best that you have a look inside there and make sure everything is still alright. This tool will allow you to check the effects of warp on your psyche and how much it is affecting you. I can tell you it's quite a lot. Of course, you cannot allow a tool like this to fall into the hands of your enemies, so you have taken great pains to obfuscate information it provides. You might have gone too far though. You are having a hard time deciphering it yourself. So the thermometer with a diamond, a zombie brain, and a mirrored glass will get the sanity checker. 8 alienist, 24 cognitio, 24 sensus. Instability is moderate, but I need that. I so need that. Okay, the next thing. Wand focus primal. Oh no, I'm getting warp. Last thing I want is more warp. The wand focus primal. What madness possessed you to create this thing? This focus seems wildly dangerous, and only a lunatic would attempt to use it anywhere but the most controlled environments. Granted, the orb of raw primal energy it creates is quite devastating, but its path of travel is erratic at best and downright malicious at worst. It does beg further study, however. The orb shows some interesting dimensional properties, and it exhibits energy patterns you have only seen in wisps and aura nodes. So there's that. You can get it with some diamonds, some nether quartz, and a primal charm with 25 of each aspect. Alright, and the last bit of research today is the void metal, which unlocks this, and which unlocks all of these bits and bobs. Now I actually need to find this, so I need to get that first. Ooh, I actually only need vacuous for that. We'll take a look at that in a second. Void metal. By infusing magic into metal, you have managed to create thaumium. It was a worthy discovery, but the time has come to leave thaumium to amateurs and dabblers. And let me just check. 2 minutes. Okay, we're okay. A strange and half-remembered dream has given you the urge to try something different. What if you infuse metal with more than just magic, but the very essence where magic is drawn from? Darkness and the void that dwells between the stars. The resulting metal is disturbingly slick and warm to the touch. It is almost as soft as gold, making it easy to work, but when struck, it becomes as hard as thaumium, and sometimes even harder. More impressively, all but the most devastating damage soon repairs itself as the metal slowly flows back into place. The only downside is that it isn't as easy to enchant as thaumium, but still compares favourably to mundane metals like iron. You have discovered that care must be taken when handling the metal. Being harmed by it seems to temporarily sap your strength. So we get void metal tools, which I would like to get into some of this void metal leggings and armour and stuff like that. That looks pretty awesome. Right, let's go and get some vacuous. 5 to be precise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, hang on a minute. I've run out of Peditio, so it seems. It looks like I'm going to have to get back to these crafting tables and see if I can't find any more Peditio. Okay, we are back. I've managed to get enough Peditio now. We need this, the Void Thaumaturge's robes. I am interested in this, but I'm also interested in this. Oh no! 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 Quick, it was a good one though. Strange whispers reveal secrets to you, and we got a couple of points for research, which is nice. But I'm glad that it came up with good stuff and not bad stuff right there, because I really don't want bad stuff right now, not when I'm recording. So, I'm not entirely sure how to get to these bits right here. It says something there. I'd like to get to that though. That is the one that I would like to show you guys anyway. Right, we've got some other bits and bobs there that we can go ahead and find. But the Void Thaumaturge's robes takes some crafting, I've got to say. Does take some crafting. But it'll take the Void stuff that we've crafted and make it better. Give us Beast discount and Warping 2, whatever that is. I don't know. A truly enlightened Thaumaturge realizes he does not choose between utility and defense. By augmenting existing Void armor with the proper enchantments and combining them with Thaumaturge's robes, he will be able to create a set of armored robes that not only offers physical protection and mental focus, but mystical protection as well. The robes will also retain all of the properties of Void armor, while the hood will offer all the benefits of the goggles used in its crafting. The armor can be dyed. So look at this, guys. It's going to take a lot of crafting to be able to get to this. So obviously I'm not going to do that in today's episode, and I will be doing something in today's episode. It's about time that I got into doing something like this, guys. So we need to go up to alchemy. I need to get into this, the sanitizing soap. I'm going to go ahead and find that. But I need to make some purifying bath salts, which means I need Salis Mundus, which means I need a load of balanced shards, which they are going to take some crafting. And I would like to make an arcane spa. I honestly would, guys. Pouring bath salts into water is a bit of a chore, but luckily one easily solved with a bit of magic. You've created a handy machine that when filled with water and bath salts will automatically mix them and pump the liquid into an area above it. The liquid will fill a 5x5 area above the location where the machine is placed. So I need to craft this. I would like to do this, and I would like to get something that will give me water all the time. But I do need to get some of this sanitizing soap, because I would like to soap away. Look at that. Get rid of dirty thoughts. I need some of that. I need some of that in my life. Let me go ahead and find this, and I'll be right back. Well, guys, that was pretty easy to go ahead and get, actually. Sanitizing soap. It's right here. Cleaning the body is easy enough, but once warp becomes a nuisance, you'll need something that can clean the mind as well. This soap cleans the flesh, but the effects it has on your psyche is what truly makes it special. When used, it has a small chance of reducing non-permanent warp and will remove all temporary warp. While using it while under the effects of Warp Ward or while standing in purifying fluid will increase your odds, which I will of course go ahead and do. However, the first thing that I want to craft, guys, is in the Eldritch tab, and I do want to make this sanity checker. I need a thermometer. Luckily, I do have a spare one of those. I need a zombie brain, diamond, and mirrored glass, along with some bits and bobs right here. And I will be back once I've gone ahead and crafted this, or at least I'm ready to go ahead and craft this. I need the sanity checker. I need to see what's going on. I can't speak. I need to see what's going on up inside my noggin. Well, I believe we've got everything that we want. In between doing that, I went and crafted some more of this flask of sane thoughts. It really has saved my life, I have to tell you. But I would like to see just what's going on up there. So I've got 26 census, which I managed to get with some cactus green dye. I got 48 cognitio, which I managed to get through paper. And of course, I already had some alienness kicking around in one of my chests down there. I don't know when that was from. I can't remember when that was from. But we've got it. It's there. So we should have everything we need now to be able to go and craft ourselves the sanity check. Also, guys, I got the, look, I already got the research. I'm actually researching that whilst I was waiting for the cactus green to smelt up. So, all right, we should have everything we need now. Let me just go ahead and double check. Diamond, zombie brain, mirrored glass, thermometer, census, cognitio, and alienness looks all right to me. Let's go ahead and give that a whack. Just to make sure, yes, everything looks pretty ledge there. And we have all of those little bits and bobs underneath here, so we should have no problems whatsoever. I wouldn't mind getting some more floating flowers and putting them inside here, just for, you know, making it a little bit higher, so that we can do maybe even, because we're going to have to get into it at some stage, having to craft some of these, where it's really going to be quite hard to craft them. So look at that, alienness is going in right now, and that's all of the alienness we needed. All of the items is getting sucked in. And it really shouldn't take too long to craft this sanity checker. And I'm really not looking forward to seeing just what it is. Right there. Wow! Are you kidding me? Wait, now, I'm maxed out. That can't be right. That cannot be right, guys. What the heck? Am I seriously? I am that bad. I cannot be maxed out for sure. I'm not that. Something's going on here, guys. Something is going seriously wrong. Something is seriously wrong with this. I can swear to God, I should not be maxed out. I'm pretty sure I should not be maxed out. Unless I'm looking at that totally wrong. But that is just absolute craziness. I am full of maximum warp. That is not right. That is not right. There's something's wrong here. Something's going wrong. There, I'm just looking for void metal wand caps. No wonder I'm getting bloody instant warp every time I come off that. Now, if that is the case, guys, then I've found everything in here. Pretty much everything. Apart from this one focus disintegration. Maybe this unlocks some more underneath. I don't know. But if people are saying that I need warp to be able to get some more of this stuff, how? How the heck is that possible? When I've got full warp. Or so it says. I don't know if man. I have no idea. I'm going to go and get that anyway. But, guys, I really don't know what's going on there. I don't know what's going on. I have absolutely no clue whatsoever. Anyways, what I'm going to do, guys, coming up to next episode, because unfortunately I've run out of time. It's taken a lot of time in between bits and bobs finding all this research and getting all this stuff sorted. But next episode, we are going to kick off starting to get to do stuff again. I did make the sanity checker. I wish I hadn't bothered. Let's be quite honest. I wish I hadn't bothered. But I've made that now, and I would like to get into... Where is it? Alchemy. I want to get into some of this stuff. And I'm actually going to go ahead in between episodes, make a little bit of a building for this, because I haven't done a build in a while, actually. I haven't done a build in a while. So I want to go out there. I want to go somewhere. Maybe, I don't know, maybe on the side here and have it, you know, and be able to get up to it from our little area down here. I don't know. And just build a building that I've got a little arcane spa. Whoa, these little guys here. Even with Warp Ward. Oh no, Warp Ward is now gone. I really should learn to look at that and keep an eye on that. As soon as my Warp Ward is gone, it's just there. I don't know if something's gone wrong. Because don't forget, guys, that I have been using in the past Thaumcraft, like alpha versions, beta versions of Thaumcraft. So I don't know if something's gone wrong somewhere, because I really shouldn't have that much warp. I swear to God I shouldn't have that much warp. Now I've got to be careful that these guys don't actually come after me again. I've got Warp Ward, so once this disappears I should be okay. But yeah, I'm going to make a baths. I'm going to make an area where I can purify myself and then just go in, sit down, and then come back out again. You know, give myself a scrub with maybe some sanitizing soap. And hopefully bring that down. I really don't know if it will get brought down or what, but I'm sure we will find out. That looks like I've totally frazzled my brain. Wow. Anyways, guys, I do hope that you've enjoyed this episode. Don't forget, don't worry, guys, in the next episode, we will get into building some stuff again. So until next time, I've been the Toff Man. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, stay safe.